I'm back. Road Chance for the Matrix and Road Show. We're going to talk about one of my favorite movie characters of all time, Indiana Jones, and my favorite actor of all time, Harrison Ford. And somebody that is quickly, exploding up my list of favorite actors going today is Chris Pratt. I just finished the Terminal list on Amazon. It was phenomenal. It was absolutely phenomenal. I skipped jumping over to Stranger Things so I could finish Terminal list, and it was just great. I mean, unbelievable. If you have not seen it yet, go see it. No wokeness whatsoever in that. But Chris Pratt made some comments about playing, and there has been long rumors going back, I would say, at least 5 years of Chris Pratt replacing Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones. Now, my three favorite movie characters of all time is Han Solo. That'd be number one. Number two would be Batman, preferably played by Christian Bale. And my third is Indiana Jones. So, two out of the three favorite movie characters I've got were played by Harrison Ford. That's probably one of the reasons he's my favorite actor. Not to mention he's had so many other phenomenal roles out there throughout his long and great career. Well, Chris Pratt has come out and he has commented about the idea of playing Indiana Jones. And once again, he is saying, I am not going to play Indiana Jones. And one of the reasons is, in theory, Harrison Ford is saying nobody is going to play this role but him. The character dies when he dies. Now, do I think that's going to prevent Lucasfilm from mucking up this character by doing some kind of I'm passing it on to my daughter scenario or something like that? No, there's no way that Disney and Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm, a.k.a. Satan, is going to allow something to do with this character to not continue on so they can try to woke it up and keep making at least a few dollars off of Indiana Jones. This is the Daily Wire. Fans have been speculating that Chris Pratt could step in as Indiana Jones in the newest iteration, but the 43-year-old star just laid those rumors to rest for good. The Jurassic World star addressed the idea while appearing on an episode of the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, according to Variety. Quote, I don't even know who Steven Spielberg is. Who? Steven who? Pratt joked about the franchise. Quote, no. Aren't they doing Indiana Jones with Harrison Ford? All I know is I once saw a quote from Harrison Ford, and I don't even know if it was really him, but it was enough to scare me. That was like, quote, when I die, Indiana Jones dies. And I'm like, I am gonna get haunted by the ghost of Harrison Ford one day if he dies, if I play question mark. The actor continued. Apparently the quote is real, and it's from a 2019 interview Ford did with the Today Show. Quote, don't you get it? I'm Indiana Jones. When I'm gone, he's gone. It's easy. The 80-year-old action star explained. Publication noted that Ford is planning to reprise the iconic role of Indiana Jones for a fifth time. I think it's a massively bad idea. This newest franchise installment is scheduled to release on June 2023 and will be the first directed by James Mangold instead of franchise co-creator Steven Spielberg. I'm going to give you some thoughts about that. Co-star Antonio Banderas described what it was like joining the cast of the fifth Indiana Jones film. Quote, it's so unbelievable, he said of encountering Ford on the set. Now look, if you had blinders on and you heard Harrison Ford and Antonio Banderas was going to be in an Indiana Jones movie, you would probably be like, holy crap. But this is not 25 years ago. So, yikes. That could not turn out well. Quote, first day I arrived, I was in makeup trailer. I turned around, and there he was in the full Indiana costume with the hat and the whip. Oh, God. Phoebe Waller-Bridge was there with him, too, and it was so cool, he continued. Now, if you don't know who that is, that she voiced that woke-ass robot droid from Solo, a Star Wars story. She is a massive social justice warrior. She's sickeningly woke. Her presence in this film alone may destroy it. I'm just letting you know. Banderas got nostalgic, saying, I remember the first time I saw Indiana Jones in a theater, and the crowd was crazy about it. I thought, this is going back to the old adventure movies in a completely different way. What can I tell you about my character? He's not a bad guy. He's a friend of Indiana. Wow. He's not the biggest character in the movie, but I don't care. I just like to be a part of that. The first Indiana Jones film, Raiders of the Lost Ark, was released in 1981. Follow-ups in the franchise debuted in 1984, 1989, and 2008. Disney owns the intellectual property rights since acquiring Lucasfilm in 2012, a dark day for all of us fans. Wow, just horrible. Look, I know a lot of people have speculated what may ruin this film is Steven Spielberg not directing. I disagree with that, actually. I think James Mangold is a hell of a director, and frankly, his hit rate on good films has been much higher than Steven Spielberg's for a long time now, okay? 3:10 to Yuma. He did the movie with Christian Bale, the race car movie. James Mangold has directed some really good films. He's not going to be the issue here. Kathleen Kennedy will be the issue here, okay? What kind of agenda is brought into this movie, which is going to be, it's going to be a throwback in time, probably to the 60s or the 70s or something like that, where there should be no wokeness whatsoever. But I swear to God, what they're going to end up doing is somehow, some way, the woman is going to be elevated while Indiana Jones takes a back seat. It's going to be some big reveal. Oh, this is my daughter, blah, blah, blah. We're handing over the reins. We don't know how that's going to work out, but somehow, some way, Indiana Jones will get the Obi-Wan Kenobi, Jake Skywalker treatment. I mean, that's just where we're at. Okay, you can hope that Indiana Jones and Harrison Ford's connection to that character will keep that from happening. But we've already seen it with Han Solo in The Force Awakens. Okay, so that's my fear with this movie. Now, there was a time I'd have been like, absolutely nobody can play Indiana Jones but Harrison Ford. Again, he's my favorite actor. Look, if Disney didn't own this property, okay, let's say the Daily Wire acquired the rights to Indiana Jones, and they hooked up with Chris Pratt, I'd be like, you know what? All of a sudden, they get James Mangold to direct it. If it was acquired and held by the right company, I'd give Chris Pratt a shot on Indiana Jones. That's kind of where I'm at with Chris Pratt right now. I never thought I would in a million. I can tell you, 2 years ago, you can ask John Matrix, I was not agreeable to that. Now, I might give it a shot under the right circumstances if the right company owned the property. Now, if you told me Chris Pratt's going to play him with Lucasfilm, now, that would scare the shit out of me. Absolutely. I mean, I know Chris Pratt would do his best. He could. But that story, I mean, John Kasdan is involved in this, who was involved with Solo. I'm expecting a monumental nightmare scenario from Indiana Jones 5. I mean, I got a feeling it's going to be the worst thing since Star Wars The Last Jedi. I believe it. It's going to be the thing that fractures Indiana Jones in the same way that Star Wars has been fractured. There it is. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.